Hey everyone, Malphite here, and today I want to just rant a bit about something that I keep thinking about every single offseason. Whenever I see an open spot in the AD carry, there is one player that always comes to mind and it's very underrated, and not many people even heard the name, especially the, let's say, very new LEC fans or the fans that already forgot. But especially when I see a situation like this, we know that we will most likely have Rahel confirmed for SK Gaming. And Noah is out from here, but we'll probably see him in some LEC team. And so there's not many spots left. And so I thought, maybe we will finally see this guy. And I'm obviously talking about Unforgiven. This guy, he's a Swedish AD carry, and you can see he's 24 now, which already starts to seem pretty old. However, it was like 3 years ago, right? So that was so much time ago in esports years. He was playing for Mad Lions, and he got promoted alongside with Reeker. Actually, I'm not sure if I can find. Wait, let me see. Yeah, Reeker and Unforgiven. And Reeker is now back in the LEC. They were playing in the same team, and they got promoted from the SK Gaming Academy into the Mad Lions. And they Unforgiven actually ended up making it to 5th and 6th, so middle of the pack with his roster. But Reeker was really bad, and so he left the team, I think, after one split. I'm not sure if it says here, but yeah, I think Reeker left the team pretty quickly. That team wasn't doing really well. I mean, many people were expecting Mad Lions to do so much better. But this guy, even with being on a bad team, and I think performing well on a bad team, is very impressive. And this guy was performing insanely well on that Mad Lions roster, but something must have gone wrong because he ended up leaving LEC. Maybe he was hoping that he's gonna get a better offer or something, and then he ended up on 100 Thieves Academy, and then even 100 Thieves Challengers, because I think 100 Thieves at that time, they had double lift on their roster, and so you are not going to replace your biggest star that we also probably paid so much money for and is just such a huge name and player, that you are probably not going to replace it with this nobody who played for a year in the LEC. But this guy was still really, really good, playing really well in these leagues. And then I thought, hey, we are going to see him on Evil Geniuses, but we know that Evil Geniuses left NA, and so the team disbanded. And so he didn't even get the opportunity to actually play on the team in the league. And so we didn't even get to see him perform in the LCS. And when we were expecting him to return, we got the news that the team disbanded, and so he again did not get a shot in the major league. And so I was really, really hoping to see this guy come to the LEC, because he is kind of running out of time. People look at 24-year-old players and they think, okay, this guy is not the rookie anymore that we're trying to see or something. But I think if you are looking for a budget roster, if you are looking for to try out a player in your team, you should be going for this guy. Let's look at Rogue, right? Like, even if the deal doesn't go through, we know they're trying to sell their spot, but if the deal doesn't go through, you need a budget roster, and you have Larsen already, which is a Swedish mid lane. And guess what? You could get a Swedish AD carry. There are similar years. You have a really good carry in the AD carry. Larsen is a very stable player for the team, so you could build a very good budget roster around these guys. Maybe I'll even make a video about it, like building a budget version of Rogue that you could possibly get, or could have possibly gotten, that I think would not be the worst team in the LEC, actually. And so there are some possibilities to build a strong roster even if you go budget. Can you win the league? Nah, probably not. But you can show that, let's say, the worst players on paper or the cheaper players can actually perform very, very well. And so this has been a bit of my rant. And so I don't know if you guys know this guy, but I was trying to show you who this player is and maybe get some more people to know about him. And I would really like to see him have that one last dance in the LEC. So maybe, who knows, maybe we'll see some rookie AD carry or someone, you never know. Maybe we'll have to, maybe someone will really, really underperform and there will be need for some changes. But I think the AD carries in the league are by now, at least so far, pretty good, and I think it can get even so much better. So I don't really expect Unforgiven to return to the league. But just for future reference, or just to even, talk about this a bit, I think this guy deserved the shot so many times in the LEC, in the LCS, and it's just a shame to not see him perform after seeing that amazing season that he had. And we see even a player who was really underperforming, which was Reeker at the time, is now back in the SK Gaming. And so it's just such a shame to now not see the guy who was performing even better, who was saving the roster, to not see him perform. So I do not know what's behind the scenes. Maybe he's a toxic player, maybe people do not want to play with him for some reason, but it didn't seem like the case, right? We didn't hear anything crazy about him. They were just labeled together as underperforming because of what happened in the Mad Lions with the Reeker and so on. But now he's back, and Unforgiven, who was actually doing really well, is not. And that just kind of sucks. But let me know what you think about this, if you know this player, and if you don't, then I at least hope you learned something. And maybe you can tell me, oh no, you're wrong, it actually is because of this, and maybe you have some more info that I do not have, which is very possible. So let me know in the comments. I'm looking forward to all your comments, and I'm going to try to react to all of them. Please subscribe to me. I'm really on that hunt for 1,000 subscribers as soon as possible. I'm really trying to get there. Like the video, it would help me so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.